Hello, hello, good morning, almost afternoon, happy Friday. I hope everyone is doing well. You made it through the week. When you get on in, say hi, let me know you're here, let me know where you're watching from. My name's Lisa, this is my page, Junque to Joyful. I'm glad you're here. You might be on my page. Today I'm being moved over into Craft Round the Clock. I'm gonna start my timer. Today is casual. Actually, all week has been casual week. So each creator gets an hour. So hopefully you guys can hang around and see what I have up my sleeve for today. You know, it's fall and I've been on a pumpkin kick. And I believe there's been a few pumpkins this morning as well. Lisa's getting finished up right here. She has a gorgeous pumpkin. I know Pat did one, or Mary I saw did one. I did not catch Pat's this morning. I saw a portion, but I didn't see the end of it. So I have some replays to do. Good morning, Mona. Thank you for being here. Today we're in Craft Around the Clock. We get a full hour. So grab your coffee and let's do a little virtual cheers. I got mine. I got a little pumpkin spice in mine today. And who has these foam pumpkins? Let me know if you have a few of these in your stash. I thought I had a few more. I've been tearing this place up trying to find it. I must have, I'm looking at it right now. I painted it. I put black and white checks on it. Like I knew I had bought two, but for the life of me, I could not find it. So I started it yesterday to see if it would work. I got the backside all done so I can hopefully get the thing completed today. I got some scraps. I went through my fabric bin and just grabbed some that I had, so I didn't go out and buy any. And I'm hoping to get this done. So hello, April. Good morning, Jackie. Thank you for sharing me in. I appreciate it so much. So if you're just coming on, we are using these Dollar Tree foam pumpkins. They have them everywhere. Hobby Lobby, Michael's, anything you got. You won't need much fabric. Pull out some coordinating fabrics. You could do all one fabric. I like to do a mixture of 3, if not 4 fabrics when planning this out. This is my first one that I've done. Good morning, Doodle Denise Designs. Welcome, welcome. Good morning, Cindy. Thank you for sharing me. We have Kathy Cortez in the house. Thank you everyone for being here. We're gonna do a foam pumpkin. I'm gonna show you how you can do just this with your foam pumpkin. No paint, minimal glue for the sparkle trim. But other than that, it is all just tucking, just cutting and tucking. Good morning, Kathy. Thank you, my friend, for being here. All right, we are gonna start with, you might want to count your ribs. I knew I was doing 4 fabrics, so 2 of each fabric, so that would be 8. Good morning, Carol Crafts. Thank you for being here. And we have Bonnie. Everyone's coming right on in today. Thank you, thank you. Let me pull up, make sure I can see my comments over here. Oops, there we go. All right, so some of my ridges, like this one has 2 in it, but I'm gonna make 1 because I want 4 different fabrics, 2 of each, so that would give me 8. Yay, you caught me live. Thank you, Cynthia, I'm glad you're here. So I did a yellow corduroy. It's all in the whimsy. I had some polka dot. I wanted to balance it out with a solid black, and of course, you know, I need my black and white. Good morning, Anita. So I'm not measuring anything. Let me move you down. Well, not measuring precisely, we are gonna kind of hold up my fabric. Let's see, I won't need all of that. So I'm gonna go on this ridge right here, and where's my blade? First thing I did, be careful, practice safe cutting, and I'm gonna go right down, and I'm just going in probably an inch. The length of, yep, about an inch. This is hollow on the inside, and I took my stem off yesterday, so I just pinned it on just to give you the full effect. And I just go all the way down to that bottom. And then I'm going to do that one more time. And the purpose of this is getting me a place. I just got to go back and forth. Just be careful. Watch those piggies. The purpose of this is giving me a place to tuck my fabric. And this is my first venture in this. So I did it yesterday to see, thinking, if you're just coming on, thinking that I had another styrofoam pumpkin, but I ended up using it a few weeks ago. I completely forgot about it. I painted it with the black and white. With styrofoam balls, you could completely do it with styrofoam balls, Mona. And think of Christmas decorations. Put this on some styrofoam balls and you'll have some custom ornaments for your Christmas tree. Absolutely. So you can see I'm not going right down that ridge. It just kind of split one in half. And today's casual week, so we have a full hour today. So I will have my yellow, my polka dot, my black, and my gingham. And you can see my ridge. That one's on the ridge. This one I kind of broke up. So it's not going to be perfect. I did similar to make Christmas ornaments with some of my children and grandchildren's baby clothes. That is wonderful, Mona. It's a great way to keep the memories of the outfits, the memories you had seeing them in certain outfits. That is perfect. You do this for Christmas ornaments. I'm going to try it this year for Christmas ornaments. I have not done it, but I am excited to do it. So what I'm going to do, the center right here is typically your widest point because it narrows here and narrows there. So I'm going to go to where I'm a little wider than the width. Let's go this way. So I have a spot to cut it. So I'm going to go a little wider there. Let me grab this so I need one of those braces to hold my pumpkin still. So there, I'm going to go a few ribs wider than what I need. Follow that up. I will trim down my top and bottom, but I want to make sure, it's all about tucking, but I want to make sure the width is right. And a little bit longer than the top and bottom. And this could be just aesthetics. I want my lines to be vertical. So if you want me to go the other way, you can do that. You can grab a tongue depressor, a craft stick. I'm using this little spatula, anything that you can, if you have tweezers that will get on in there, anything that will push this right into that little crease that you just made. And that's all that you're doing. And I'm just gonna tuck and move up a little bit at a time. Let me move this around, come on in, and you should put your cording in after. I'm gonna preface that, but I was getting a little ahead of myself yesterday and wanted to see if I would have enough of the cording. Have a wonderful day and weekend. Thank you for sharing. How absolutely adorable. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Mona. So lots of tucking. So just grab whatever fabric you have. You can get little fat squares. Plop some of your crafters up on your device. You can watch some crafters while you do this. You can watch some TV, put in a movie, and you just, little by little, what holds it in place, you can see that's going right in there. It would be easier if this was put in after. And we will see as we move forward. But you are just going to tuck, tuck, tuck all the way around. And then I'll show you how I do the bottoms. I have to kind of pleat it in to get so that it will lay flat. So does anyone have any questions on this? Hopefully I could answer. Like I said, this is my first pumpkin. I feel like when the days when I was in Girl Scouts, we might have did something similar to this. For the life of me, I can't remember. My mom was my Girl Scout troop leader. She might know that more than I do. But, and then if you got to make your little crevices a little deeper, go right ahead. Get that on there, and then I will come back in, fix that. We're just gonna work our way up. Hopefully we got an hour, so hopefully I can get all of my patterns in, but I wanted to show you something else that you can do, and you guys might have done this for sure. What tools have you guys used to tuck in? Because I just looked through what stash that I had, and it's tucking in perfectly. And I just had this little spatula. That's all that I'm using. There might be a specific tool for it. If you guys know and want to help us out in the comments, you can go ahead and add that for sure. I'm sure there's got to be something out there, but just as long as you got something skinny, this is not too wide, that can shove in with a little bit of help. So now, not too bad, we got that. Now I want to come down here to my bottom. I have some felt that when this is all said and done, I'm going to cut the size of this disc and cover up that bottom, because we don't want to see that there is a styrofoam pumpkin under here. You want it to be done. Just like when I paint my projects, I like to have them done all the way around. All right. Now I'm gonna trim just a little bit, because I need just enough. Straighten that up, and I'm gonna tuck as best as I can right down. Let's make a little crease, tuck that in. Do the sides first, and then I'm gonna come in kind of like when you're wrapping your Christmas gifts or birthday gifts, when you get to the end and you fold in your corners. Trying to get this right down in there. Fold in your corners first, and then you got this flat. I'm gonna lay that flat and then push that down. So I pulled in my edges first. It gives me this little bulge. And then I'm gonna lay that flat. And in theory, it should give me that flat edge. Love your choice of fabrics. Thank you. I just looked through. If I could show you guys how much fabric I have, just, you could look clearance at like Joann Fabrics, Hobby Lobby, Dollar Tree even has the little fabric fat squares, would be perfect. But when we moved in this home, I went through a sewing kit and I sewed all of our valances, all of our Roman shades in our house when we first moved in, and that was in 2011. So I have lots and lots of fabric pieces lying around. Thank you, Brenda, for being here. Crazy Craft Company, is she in the house? I didn't see her peek in. I've had my eyes kind of tucked down here, so welcome everyone that's just coming in. We are doing, I'm going to trim off the excess, a fabric covered Dollar Tree foam pumpkin. I'm going to probably end up taking that off, but I wanted to show you that you just kind of tuck, and it might not work because I wanted to see if it was hollow on the inside. So I kind of sneak peeked ahead of time yesterday. So let's take that out. And it is completely hollow. I wasn't quite sure. I have not opened up one of these pumpkins, but it will make it easier to get that top piece right in. There we go. And I do have a fun little topper to go on this. I'm not gonna put the styrofoam top back on. You guys, if you've seen me do my pumpkins before, I always put a fun stem on here. Hello, Debbie Burrows Walker. Thank you for being here. Now you do mess with the integrity of your styrofoam at the top once that stem comes out. Yesterday, I was tucking that all in under the styrofoam. But you just tuck, 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 and we will move on. So after that, we have our polka dot. And I think I purchased this to make a sundress for my daughters. And you guys, I never ended up making it because I have a lot of fabric in this, and it looked perfect that nothing was taken from it. So raise your hands if you sew and you have a lot of great ideas up in your head of things that you want to do, especially when my kids were little, and you would go through the fabric aisle and see all the beautiful patterns. And then you get home and you tuck it in your room and you find it years later. Thank you, Denise. Years later, I'm like, I never made, I think it was those pillow sundresses. You guys know what I'm talking about. I was gonna make this with a coordinating fabric